everybody, my name is Cookie. Welcome along to this brand new video on my first video on FIFA 18. So FIFA 18 is just around the corner and the demo has been released on Xbox, PlayStation, I think PC as well. And I've had a chance to play a few games and I wanted to give my sort of views and opinions on what I've felt playing the game so far. Before we actually get into the video, if you find yourself at any point liking this video, then hit that like button. If you want to subscribe for more FIFA 18 content, feel free to do so. Let's get into it. Okay then, so as we load up the FIFA 18 demo, we get a lovely picture of Ronaldo pointing at his chest in the typically vain fashion. And then we're also greeted by something about crossing and the Frostbite engine. So the first thing that is mentioned, it goes on about blurring the lines between the real world and, well, the virtual world. And it's saying about how players, teams and whatever is going to be brought to life during the game. Now, having played this game for a couple of hours, the only thing I have genuinely noticed as far as players are concerned is Ronaldo. You can see when Ronaldo runs, when he shoots, when he passes, everything is based around Ronaldo. I haven't noticed that about anyone else. I haven't noticed any individual flair traits. I haven't noticed anything individual about anyone else except for Ronaldo. Now that's just the first screen. We're talking about Ronaldo quite a lot there. We move it into the second screen. Now we get a picture of Thomas Muller. And the first thing it is said, it says the players are going to feel like they do in real life. So for instance, we've got a new animated system here that is going to make players have their own sort of personality. Again, I haven't noticed this. The only player that I've noticed this with is Cristiano Ronaldo. Bit of a shock that this guy is the poster boy, am I right? Then we have something about Ultimate Team, and honestly I don't give a so we're going to skip that. And then we have something about the journey, and again, I really don't give a so we're going to skip that as well. So as we head into a game, there's one big thing we'll notice straight away, and that is you can make quick substitutions before the game has actually started. So it's very simple. All you have to do is go into the team management before you play the game, select one of the players, and then hold the right trigger, and then you get to choose who you want to bring on for that player during the game. Then when you're in the game, you just press the right trigger, and then you press, and then they come up. Really simple, and I think it's a very good addition to the game. As far as aesthetics go at this point, nothing's really changed. You've still got one player here, one player there, and then they're staring at each other if it's a bit of a rivalry. So as you can see on the screen right now, we've got Manchester City and Manchester United. Two players are just facing each other, and that's pretty much standard. That's what it has been for the last couple of years on FIFA, so nothing new from that sort of thing. But let's get into the actual gameplay of this video.
It's match time. Martin Tyler here and Alan Smith with you as always to describe it, and we're looking forward to something special today, eh?
Well, I think so, Martin. I hope these two teams won't disappoint us.
With Manchester United a dominant force in the Premier League, and for so many years, the City winners in 2012, winners in 2014. They're giving Manchester United a taste of their own medicine, aren't they?
Well, they are. Manchester United have had it all their own way for so many years, and what a feeling inside the city of Manchester these days. Two top teams.
Well, the supporters here, they expect a certain type of football, don't they? An intricate game, really.
Okay, just stop right there. Now, everything was looking pretty good up until that point. The players were coming out onto the pitch. You got nice panoramics of the fans in the stadium. And then it starts to bring up individual things about players. Don't get me wrong, the animations, the cutscenes, they look fantastic. Visually, they look brilliant. You've got player faces, you've got manager faces, everything there looking fantastic. And I know the crowd as well has been worked on, and they've got individual crowd members, and it looks brilliant. But I just don't give a shit. I really don't care. Now, the main thing about FIFA for me is how the game feels. Now, while it looks pretty and everything looks okay, I just don't give a shit. Now, I'll probably watch it for the first time like I do here, and then when I actually play the game, I'm just going to skip it every single time because I am not bothered. Now, I say that I don't really care. I do think it does look pretty nice, don't get me wrong. Now, while visually this is all fine and dandy and stuff, you've got the same two commentators once again in FIFA, Martin Tyler and Alan Smith. Now, I've got nothing wrong with these two people, but they've been in this game for about 5, 6, maybe even more time than that, years, and it's just like, oh God, can we just get something else? Because they're using the same recycled expressions when they talk, and everything else is just the same, and it's going to be about a week into the game until I think just shut up. Why is it so difficult to get another set of commentators to commentate on the game? I don't want to be hearing the same two people every single time. So how does the game actually feel? Now, I think speed and fluidity wise, it's really nice. There's subtle changes in the way people take the ball, they move the ball, they pass the ball. I think it's very, very nice on that sort of thing. There are a few things that annoy me, sort of tackling and the passing. Now, the passing, I think, is very good. At the same time, very, very frustrating. Sometimes you'll pick out a pass and you think, whoa, that was a pretty decent pass. And then sometimes the easy pass is there and he mocks it up and you're just thinking, that's Tony Kroos, how's he done that? Move it on to tackling, and now I don't really understand what it is about this FIFA game, but tackling seems to have gone out the window. It feels like you can't really put in a forceful tackle or a 50-50 tackle without being given a foul against you. Take a look at this video that I recorded on the first game that I played where I gave away a penalty. Like, seriously, I didn't even touch him and it was a penalty. Stuff like that really, really annoys me, and I don't know what it is, but I really like to make a good tackle and I feel like I can't do that on this game. Now, if you think back to the start of this where the crossing was mentioned and how it's changed and stuff, there's all new features, you can whip the ball, you can ping the ball, all this sort of stuff. I haven't noticed it. I don't know if I haven't tried crossing or what. I don't know what it is, but I keep putting crosses in and I'm like, well, yeah, there's a cross. I don't really notice if there's a difference in the crosses. Now, I could be completely wrong. I could be doing something just not right at all. I haven't noticed a single difference with the crossing at all. If you move it on to shooting, I think the shooting style again is like passing. Sometimes it can be brilliant and it's really well done, and then other times it's complete rubbish. I think one of the things that frustrates me about the game is how you can be through one-on-one and your right foot player who hasn't got much of a weak foot decides, you know what, I'm going to shoot with my weak foot. Why do they do that? I never understand it, and it always does my head in. That seems to be still in this game this year, and it is honestly so frustrating. Cutting in from the left-hand side with someone like Alvaro Morata, and then he wants to shoot with his left foot rather than his right foot, and it's like, why? Okay, so there's another thing now. Over years gone by in FIFA, when you've scored a goal, you thought, oh yes, what a goal that is, even if it's not that much of a good goal. This year, I've scored some very good goals already, and I've just been like, that's how it is, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And I don't really understand why. Now, I've tried to pinpoint a few things. I don't know what it is, but I think sometimes when you score a goal, the atmosphere can be completely dead. Now, I don't know whether that's the camera angles or if there's just no excitement when you score a goal, but I'm pretty sure on FIFA's gone by, when you scored a goal, the place erupted. Your guy got excited as he was like running off to go and celebrate. And I don't feel that anymore. I don't really understand. For instance, if you do score a worldie, you can just sort of be like, oh, that was alright, that. But at the same time, you've got no sort of self-satisfaction that it's gone in because what's happening on the screen isn't that great. And do not get me started on the camera angle they give you as a highlight for the long shots. It is absolutely dreadful. I don't know who thought this was a good idea. Literally, you're getting like some gimmicky camera angles coming by, and it's so bad. It's awful. It's just, no, why have you done that? Get it out. Get in the bin. One thing that is good about scoring a goal, though, is now the crowd. Now, I noticed this as I scored just a pretty bog standard goal here, and my player had to run behind the goal. And one thing I did notice was the crowd came towards the front of the stand. And I was like, oh, yes, this is about the lads, isn't it? This is about doing it for the fans and all that sort of stuff. And I was actually quite impressed by that. I thought that's actually really cool. That's one little reviving factor about this whole goal scenario that it is. I thought that's actually pretty cool. That actually gives me some self-fulfillment about scoring a pretty good goal. In this case, it wasn't even a good goal, but it gave me some sort of reward for scoring this goal. One thing that I wanted to talk about as well is this. I hate it. What is that? It is the most cringy thing I've ever seen. It is just awful. If he just ran and did the jump, fine. But he's going, see, at the same time, and oh my god, it actually makes me want to die. Overall though, talking about the gameplay and the new aesthetics and stuff before the game, I think generally there's some decent improvements, but I feel there's a lot of gimmicky things as well as some of the aesthetic things before the game, and how I don't think they fit. They don't feel like they're worth anything, and I feel like some things have been taken out of the game to take that fulfillment away. So I think with scoring the goals, I think something's gone. I don't know what it is, but I think something's disappeared from there, and it doesn't give you the same sort of satisfaction. If I'm completely honest, and I know this gets compared a lot, it's gone sort of the way of Pro Evolution Soccer. Pez in the way it doesn't feel like there's any sort of reward in scoring a good goal, and I don't know what has happened there. I don't know why that's happened, but that's just how I feel with it. Again, if you feel the same way, get in the comments and let me know. There's been some good things added to the game though. Definitely the quick substitution. I think that's gonna be fantastic for when you're playing online and you just want to make a quick sub. If you're playing in career modes as well, if you just want to make a quick sub, that I think is a very good addition to the game. I feel like the passing and shooting are a bit 50-50. There's sometimes you can pass and you think, oh, that is amazing. And there's sometimes you can pass and you think, what the is that? Apart from that though, overall I think it's pretty good. There's a lot of gimmicky stuff and there's a lot of things that annoy me, but I'm still going to play it. I'm still looking forward to when the game comes out, and I'm definitely looking forward to making videos on career mode and maybe even Ultimate Team. So we'll see how it goes. If you've enjoyed this video though, please drop a like and subscribe. My name is Cookie. I will see you next time. Take care.